come down here to provide some clarity for the reason for the video, or the title of the video, which obviously is Lantana. So I want to give you a bit of a overview of what it's all about by checking out some of the problem we have on our land here with regard to Lantana. The aim of this video is not to show that I'll eventually clear it all. That's not going to happen. But it will show how I intend to remove some of it and claim back some of the land. Well, I've tried quite a few different methods to get rid of the Lantana that's invaded a good portion of our property. It's out of control unless I keep a line mode to keep it back. But as you saw in the previous footage, there's a lot of it, and it's very thick, and nothing grows under it, nothing lives in it. It's just a bad packet of poo, the whole lot. So I need to get rid of it. The first attempt I made was just by using some brackets that were left over from a solar panel system that was on the roof when we first arrived here. It wasn't successful. I just bolted them together, put an attachment point on there, throw this into the Lantana, attach it onto the back of the ride-on mower, and hoped that it would grab and tear the Lantana out. It didn't. It was a failure. In fact, it tended right up over the canopy and certainly didn't grab the branch system as anticipated. The next attempt was a star picket. That basically I just put an attachment point on it, onto the rope, onto the back of the ride-on mower, in the hope again that it would just grab the foliage, the canopy, and pull it forward. And I was hoping to do the same thing with the branch system underneath. No, it just tended to ride up and over too. Totally ineffective. In fact, it took the least line of resistance and would quite often just twist around and come out, through the pointy end or the other end, not through the flat way, which I thought might happen. But it didn't. So, on to the third attempt, and I think this might work. Basically, all I've done is buy some cheap. It is cheap. It's not very strong. From Bunnings, I think it's about $8 for a metre length of it. And the idea now is to use something similar in ideas to the solar panel, which I thought was like a grappling hook. And in this case, I'm actually going to try to manufacture a proper grappling hook to do the job. So let's take you through those steps. Here we have the final product. Let's take a closer look. Not pretty, right? Doesn't have to be. Needs to be practical, and I'm hoping that's what it will be. The design consists of this grappling hook attached by a rope to the ride-on mower. The original design is not as you see it here. It actually just consisted of these three arms without these interconnecting braces here. The reason I decided to put these in was I thought about the root system on the Lantana, and it can be quite substantial. There's some parts of that that are an inch, 23, 25 millimetres. And I think with the force applied by the mower, it would probably have bent those arms. And I decided to put these braces in. In putting the braces in, I also put a bend on them to help aid with the gripping of the overall hook. Will it work? I hope so. I'm doing this on a shoestring budget. It can be quite expensive to get rid of Lantana. There are people in southeast Queensland who are doing it, but it's many thousands of dollars, and in some cases they want to stay for a week. So obviously they're looking at large properties and coming with the big equipment. This is all we have, so let's hope it works. So this will be attached to the ride-on mower. We'll throw it in on top of the canopy, rip through it or pull through it, hope this will grab onto the canopy, tear the canopy off, and then we'll have to relaunch the hook back into the root system and drag it through. I don't think it's going to tear the root system completely out. It won't do that. I think I'll probably have to still go in there with a chainsaw, but it will allow me access in there to do that. And that's the big challenge with some of the Lantana down there. It's so dense, it's very hard to get in. In fact, I tried with a brush cutter, it just wouldn't cut it. So when I say cut it, I mean actually cut it. It just wouldn't get through it, it's so thick. So the challenge is just to break it up and be able to get in there, and I think this hook might be able to do it. But there's only one way to find out. So let's first of all go and have a cup of coffee, and then we'll give it a go. Good coffee. Always does a trick. Well, I've got the mower and a few tools already down on the flat. So I guess it's time to try this contraption out. Let's give it a go. Well, to say that I'm not a little bit disappointed about the amount of material I dragged out each time would be true. But there's a positive side to that. Each time it goes in and each time it's dragged through, it does break the branch system up. And I think each time that will make it easier and easier to pull through and drag some of that out before going in with the chainsaw. Am I happy with it? Well, look, I'd have to say yes, just based on the fact that it is doing what I originally thought it would do, but not on the same scale that I thought it was going to do. And obviously that's to do with the diameter of this unit here. I guess I had ideas that it would grab a piece and then transfer that out to other parts of it and drag it all together. It's not working like that, but look, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to continue to use this. I think in the few removal sessions we just went through there, I think it shows that if I stick with it, it's going to work.
Later.
Well, here we are a few days later, and you can see that it works, but as you saw in that first effort, it wasn't too good, didn't pull out much. And even after some work, there's still some fairly heavy branch and root systems here that need cleaning up. But it will work, it's getting better, and it is starting to move more. So I guess testament to this thing working is the fact that this bridge that you see here, we didn't even know it was here. Lantana covered all of this area right over here. It was drooping over into that, but it came right up to this portion here. And it wasn't until we started to clear some stuff, as you see evidenced by the rubbish over there, we saw a couple of pieces of timber. So we kept on digging in and digging in. This was all covered over, and we dug in, and now we have a bridge. So sometime in the past, obviously the owner has put this bridge in to allow access around the edge of the waterhole, and that's what we'll do too. We'll open that up and get access around through there so we can go all the way around. We were sort of thought that this was blocked off, so we only had access to that area and there, but now we'll have it all the way around. But there's a lot more lantana up there that we need to clear yet. So if you've stayed this long in this video, thank you very much. I know it's been a long video to not show very much, but I think that says it. That with a little bit of persistence and a little bit more modification on that grappling hook, it will work. It doesn't take away the need to get in there and clear up the deep root system. Well, they're not deep root systems, but they're thick, and they do need cutting back. So look, thank you very much for sticking through this video, and I'll see you in the next one.